what does the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe lecture me on a daily basis? If you step on that field or you step on that basketball court, you are healthy. That's what you say. No excuses. Am I right?
You're right, but Skip,
the biggest excuse has been planted once again.
No, I said the expectations from the people that are watching you, if they see you out there, is that you're 100%, although you may not be. But I've been very clear, Skip. I said he's going to probably be somewhere around 85%. I haven't deviated from that.
Okay, so these guys are masterful at their media manipulation, and many of the key opinion makers are just puppets on their strings. And I remind everybody, it started back in LeBron's first go-around in Cleveland, which ended disastrously. Games 5, 6, and 7 against Boston, you know what happened. LeBron flamed out, or was it 4, 5, and 6, I guess? It ended in 6, so it was 4, 5, and 6. So he flamed out, and the next thing I know, everybody at ESPN is reporting, via Rich and Maverick, that LeBron had to be sedated because he had a locker room issue with a teammate. He had to be sedated for the last 3 games. So he's playing under sedation. That's the equivalent of playing on one leg, right? That might even be worse. It's the whole idea of, I'm seeing 3 rims right now. Should I pick 1, 2, or 3? I'll try the middle rim, I guess, right?
He saw 3 rims.
He's playing sedated, and I had to fight back on that. Stop it. Give me a break. That was the series after which the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers accused LeBron of quitting on the team. Do you remember that? He just quit.
But Skip, you know when people are hurt, they say all kinds of things. Skip, you know good well LeBron didn't quit on that
when they got swept, which was it, 2017 finals, LeBron shows up after the sweep game, and he's got a soft cast on his hand. And I'm assuming via Rich or Maverick, we heard that, oh, he broke the hand after game 1. It would have been 2018, actually, because it was game 1 at Oracle when I told you LeBron had the shot. Just take the shot on little Steph Curry to win the game, and he passes to George Hill, and then the J.R. Smith blunder occurred. And allegedly, according to sources, LeBron was so angry after the game, he broke his hand in the locker room hitting the, it's the chalkboard, they call it the whiteboard, right? And he hit it so hard, he broke his hand, so he's playing with a broken hand through the next 3 games of that
I'm not so Skip. I'm not so sure. Look, if he did broken hand, whether it was broken or not, I don't know.
Okay,
it doesn't. For me, Skip. Even if they win game 1, they're losing in 5. So okay, does it make you feel better that LeBron, instead of getting swept, he lost in 5? It doesn't for me.
How do you know that? Why would you give up on your man? You call him the GOAT. What if you sting them in game 1? You stun them in game 1 at Oracle in their house.
The best team will always win a series. The best team. That's why football is so much more difficult to win a title, because every game is a game 7. So you lose 1 game, I still get 4 more cracks at you if need be. In football, it's over after 1. So, okay, LeBron, I'm going to give him that game. So they lose in a gentleman's sweep. They lose 4-1. Come on, Skip. You know that.
Okay, all right. So 15% excuse has been planted now.
It ain't no excuse.
And now I'm going to give you 2 legit excuses, because speaking of Marcus Spears, he also reported that he had a conversation with a NBA scout, one of those great off-the-record, insightful conversations in which the scout told him exactly what I've been telling you for like 6 months on this show, that the Lakers are going to miss Rondo and Dwight Howard. Rondo because of his leadership experience and his mental toughness in the playoffs, playoff Rondo, and Dwight because just his overall effectiveness and fit, what I call his edge, that you have missed all year at the center position. So he was crucial in moments, in stretches, given matchups in the bubble last year with you guys. You don't have either one of them. I think you missed JaVale a little bit, too, because he was so long and played with such edge.
Well, Skip, I'm not saying that we don't miss Rondo, because Rondo was content. Rondo was not trying to get a max contract. So Rondo played within himself. You watch Schroeder. These last couple of games, Schroeder's trying to get a max contract. And that's why Vogel took his butt out of the ball game.
That is correct.
And he was not in the finishing line.
Caruso was.
Caruso was, because Caruso understands, in this situation, I don't need to be the CEO. I don't need to be the CFO. You know what? I just need to be the teller. And so some people need to understand the job description at the time that you're seeking employment. So for me, and I give you that. Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard is a supremely more defensive player, better defensive player than Drummond, he understood the little nuances of things that he couldn't do. The thing that concerns me about Dwight, Skip, is that going up to the line, and sometimes Dwight went over. And he, you know, you always had to like, okay, Dwight, enough, Dwight, enough. But I think the thing is,
gave you a little bit of a physicality edge that you don't have anymore.
We'll get it back. But see, here's the thing. The Warriors is a bad matchup for Drum because they don't have a true. You had Drum trying to guard Toscano Anderson, or you're going to put him on Draymond. That's not a good fit. Well, now he has Ayton to bang with. He'll have, let's say, Nurkic to bang with, or he'll have Jokic or Rudy Gobert. So those are more favorable matchups for him because they have traditional centers, unlike Golden State that's playing with a lot of positionless players. But don't you worry about that. You just worry about what your little team gonna do. And we already know, because, you know, they ain't in the bubble now, and, you know, he get to go home to his family, and he feeling good.
We're talking about Paul George.
I ain't talking about nobody, I'm just saying.
Who said yesterday, it's a big difference from the bubble life to where I am now in headspace standpoint, because he does get to go sleep in his bed and be around people who love him.
If you don't mind me asking, when he got swept his last year in Indiana, he went 5 of 21. What was that? Were they playing in the bubble?
No.
When he put that 5-piece on Utah, when Russell had 44, and he shot like 2 of 13, 2 of 15, and had 5, a good spade hand. Was he in the bubble? When he took that L to Portland, was he in the bubble? See, I got a problem with this. And there's a lot of other guys over there talking. We're in a really good space. Were you in a good space when you beat Dallas? Yeah, you were in a great space when you had that 3-1 lead. Nobody mentioned anything about headspace. Nobody mentioned anything about the drama inside the locker room when you're up 3-1. It was only when you got chased down. Nah, man, you know, I couldn't see my girl, my kids. You know, I love my kids. I'm not saying he doesn't. But it wasn't a problem when you had a 3-1 lead. He didn't mention any of that. I didn't hear anybody talking about guys know their role. Guys are accepting of their role. We got a new coaching staff. Nobody mentioned a thing when you're up 3-1 in the Western Conference Final. It wasn't until you got, the divisional.
Yes.
Divisional round. That's the way it comes from. You ain't been there long, never been there. But anyway, so don't do this, Skip. I'm not going to let Paul George. I'm not going to let Marcus Morris Sr. I'm not going to let them off the hook because all the things that you're mentioning now, you never mentioned when you had a 3-1 lead on the Nuggets. You never mentioned it. It wasn't until they chased your sorry butts down that you started talking crazy.
Pandemic P will turn back into playoff P when necessary.
Hold on. Now you going to call him playoff P. You call that man George Paul for the better part of 6 years, and now you going to ride with him.
When he was a Pacer.
He still, hold on. All he did was change uniform. Skip, if you take a silverback out of the Congo and put him in the zoo, he's still a silverback.
He is now a complimentary star to a 2-time finals MVP who will lead this team to another championship.
And hold up. You talking about the guy that had 20 points twice in the last like 13, 14 games?
But he's healthy for the first time in a long time.
So why was he sitting down? And so why did he rest if there was, you see what you did?
Yep.
Now you say Ty Lue rested his team because of health. You give them the benefit of the doubt that they were injured and they needed rest. But LeBron James, Maverick Carter, and Rich Paul, they're planting seeds that LeBron is injured. You see how you give everybody else the benefit of the doubt about an injury, but not go James.
I don't need any excuses, and that quote you're referring to was from Marcus Morris, and I'm going to read it back to you right now in its entirety.
Please do.
Because it's all about what it's about to be all about.
Go ahead, read. Talk to me.
Marcus Morris, if we could see this, please, said yesterday of the Clippers, whole different team, different coaching staff. Energy's a lot better. Camaraderie's a lot better. Everybody wants to be here. Everybody is playing their role in the right way, and we all have one goal, and we are all committed to it. Everybody wants to be here. You've got one guy who did not want to be there last year, and his name is Montrezl Harrell, and good luck with him.
Hey, hold on. It seemed like it was 2 guys, because PG said he had a problem being in the bubble.
Okay.
So it was Paul George. But hold on, Skip. Why didn't he release that when they have a 3-1 lead? I'm just trying to figure that out. That's all I'm asking.
Now we have an elevated new coach, Ty Lue, who once directed LeBron James to a lucky championship that he won.
See, now he's lucky.
Thanks to Steph Curry's flame out. But Ty Lue is at the helm. They needed a different voice, just a different mindset, a different point of view, and they got it. And by the way, Chauncey Billups, the great Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot, is also on this staff now. And the great Larry Drew is there to bring that experience, that bedrock experience to this coaching staff. Kenny Atkinson was the Nets coach for the last 4 years. He knows the Nets inside and out, obviously, how it works. He is now on this staff with Jerry West overseeing.